Okay, here we are working on the slab for the garage, and today we are working on the Wurzbro tubing and all the rebar. And I got Meghan and Brie out here, my helpers. They are tying the rebar right now at all the X's for the inner meet. We're using 1/2 inch number 4 rebar, 2-foot grid, 2-foot squares. I got rebar running down in the bottom of the footing then too. Two of them running side by side, and then we tied some more rebar across them. And then I think I'm also going to take and bend a piece to hook under and come up and hook around the top section up here. It'd be hooking up around here, hook down like that. So I'll bend them up after everything's in place, and I think I'll just help tie everything together, tie the bottom together and tie the top together. More steel better as far as I'm concerned. Makes it a lot stronger. Got Trenton over here. He's the rebar cutter. I think he's taking a water break right now, but he's been dragging the rebar out of the trailer and cutting it right here. He's going to cut a bunch of 54 inches right now for the other end to finish our 24-foot long run here. But what we did this morning was get the mesh down, the remesh, which is what we tied our PEX tubing to. Here's our tubing, here's our remesh, and we just zip tied it to it. There's different ways of doing it. I've seen people do rebar ties on it, a rebar tying gun I've seen, zip ties. If we were going down to just extruded foam, we could use a stapler that shoots a plastic staple in around it to hold it in place. But like I said before, I got these metal skinned insulated panels that I'm using, so we had to go with the remesh system to be able to hold our PEX in place. So we are getting really close for concrete. Next Friday, 9 a.m. is our pour date. So we've been working on this slab, or prepping this, for the last 3 weekends. And it's a lot of work to think of everything that you need to put in here, as far as plumbing and electrical stub-ins and future water stub-ins, and figuring out this in-floor heating. And this is just all things that I'm trying to plan ahead. You know, none of it might not be hooked up right away, but at least it's in. Once you pour the concrete, it really makes it hard to add it later. I mean, you can, but it involves a lot of work. So we're getting really close. By the end of the day, all of our rebar work will be done, and we will be ready for concrete for next Friday.